So we are talking about strings, right? How to handle strings in Python, right? So we discussed that strings can be declared using single, double, triple quotes, right? So I can say str1 equal to hello. I can say str2 or 3 equal to how are you, right? Okay. And I said that um, the indexing, okay, is exactly like list or tuple, right? So if you want first element, you will say str1 of 0. If you want last element, last member of the string, you will say str1 of -1, right? You can use colon to get a sequence of element. You can use sequence colon and colon, twice, two times colon, where first you mention the starting value, second after first colon, in middle you mention the ending value, and after the second colon, last element you mention the increment. So I can say 0, 10, 0 colon 3, sorry, 0 colon 10 colon 3. So it starts with 0, then it'll give you third element, sixth element, and then you get ninth element, right? So that's how your strings can work. Now, now we were talking about different methods, right? Just like you have methods in list, we discussed about a lot of methods, right? So here too, we will talk about different methods. Okay. So let's get started. So how do you get those methods? You simply say str1 dot, right? The moment you say dot, all these are your methods, right? You can see there's so many methods that we have in list. So I'm not going to do all of these, but I want you to do all of these, right? So I'll explain. I'll do something. I'll do some of these, but I'll give you some exercise again, which where you will have to use other methods as well, right? Okay. So one thing I told you yesterday towards the end, that strings are immutable. That means you cannot edit the value. So whatever we do, okay, in string, it will create a new string. So you always have to say str tree, or new variable equal to whatever you're doing, the method, right? So first we will start with, okay, or directly you can print it, okay. Directly also you can print it. So first we will start with methods which start with is, okay, methods with is dot dot, okay, colon. These are all like asking a question. Is it, okay? Is it dot dot, okay? So if I say is lower, is like asking is it lowercase. Is upper, is like asking is it uppercase. Now if I say str1 dot, okay, I'll use is upper, let's say. So you say here str1 dot is upper. So when you say is upper, okay, what happens? Okay, is it uppercase? Yes. So you get true, right? So is upper will give you true. Then I want to check if it is lowercase. So I say is lower. So is lower, right? So is it lowercase? No. So you get false here. Now if I do same thing with str3, what will I get? False. str3 is also not lowercase. Lowercase means everything has to be lowercase, right? Then you have title case. Okay. So what is title case? Is title. Okay, so is title case is to check if the case is the case that you have, is it title case. So title case, what happens, your first character, of course, if I do here, it will be false, right? So what it says is first character should be upper and rest should be lower, right? So if I do, then what happens? Okay, what happened here? Your first character of every word, then you get true. Okay, so first character of every word and rest of the other words should be lower. Okay, so if I make this as capital, again it becomes false. So title case checks first letter of every word. Okay, now you have like let's say str1 dot is numeric. Is numeric checks if the value that you have is numeric or not. Okay, so if I say str1, obviously it is non-numeric, right? So you get false here. But if I create another variable, let's say str2 this time equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now if I say str3 dot is numeric, str2, right? str2 dot is numeric, you get this as true, right? So, okay, so this is how you can check if a string is numeric or not. So for example, when you are reading the value, right, you say num1 equal to int of input enter length, right? I'm saying enter length, right? And later let's say I'll calculate area or whatever. Now in this case, if I run and enter value like t, so your program stops, right? It just stops. It gives you error, obviously, because we entered character, and character you're trying to convert into number, which is not possible. So what you can do in this case is don't convert into integer here. Rather, you read the value and then you compare if num1 dot is numeric. Okay, if this is true, then you say num1 equal to int of num1. So now you're converting into integer. If it is false, then you say print invalid number, right? And you can use as per your logic. So before you convert into integer, you need to check if it has numeric or not, right? Similarly, you have alpha numeric. Okay, so print str2 dot is, so you have is alpha and alpha num, alnum. Okay, ASCII to check if it is ASCII character. Okay, so ASCII will check if it is ASCII character or not. Your alpha will check if it is alphabet, only alphabet, nothing else. Okay, alnum will check that it can have both or either alphabet or numeric. Okay, so let's say if you are entering password or let's say username, and username you can only enter use text or number. So in that case you have to use, you can check alnum, right? So I'll check here, I will say username equal to input enter your username, right? And you can say only text and numbers allowed, right? And then you try to read it, obviously, right? So what I'll do after reading it, I will check, okay, if use name dot alnum, Okay. Then you say print user name accepted, right? Else you can say print invalid username, right? So you can say invalid username. So this is another way to check that value that you enter has to be only alphabet and numeric. How many alphabets are there? 26, right? So 26 lowercase and 26 uppercase. So 52. And then digits are 10, 0 to 9. So 52 plus 10, 62. Only these 62 combinations only you can use. Any combination of these 62 characters. Okay, nothing else. No space, no comma, no full stop, no hyphen, no and, nothing. No space also. Because space is neither your alphabet nor a number. It will accept only alphabet and number. So when I run it, okay, now if I say enter username, I say hello 123. Okay, it says invalid username, right? And if I run it and I say username hello 123, now this is accepted, right? So this is how you can check the values here. All right. Okay. So I'll just move to the next sheet so that we don't have to go through all of them. Okay. So you have is alnum, then you have is alpha, right? Is alpha is to check that your value should contain only alphabet, nothing else. It should have only alphabet, nothing else. Right? So like name, right? When you are creating application to accept name for like first name or last name, right? So here name, so somebody's name cannot have a text there, right? So in that case, you can check if it is alphabet only here, right? Only alphabet will be allowed. Makes sense? Okay. So there are again a lot of methods with is. You can try. You just say string dot and you can get all right. So you can explore and let me know tomorrow if you have any questions on that. Now we will move on to our next set of um, methods we're talking about, right? So like is upper is to check if it is uppercase or not. Is lower to check if it's lowercase or not. Is title is to check if title case or not. You have reverse. Title, okay, will convert into title case, right? So here str3 is not a title case. Now, if I want to print here, print, okay, I say str3 dot title. So is title is to check if it is title case or not, and title will check if it is, title will convert into title, right? So I'm saying str3, okay. So str3 is how are you, right? This is obviously not title case. Now when you run it, so see, it has converted into title case. Each of your character has been converted into title case, right? Similarly, you have lower, upper. Lower will convert into lower case. Upper will convert into upper case, right? So I'll put it here. I'll put it here. So let's say you wrote some paragraph. The paragraph does not have proper, formatting. You can use copy the paragraph, put it in the Python program, and it will convert into the format that you want. Title case, lowercase, and uppercase. Make sense? Okay. Let's look at a few more methods. So yeah, you have starts with and ends with. So okay, we'll copy same thing here so that we actually see what is there here. Now I'm saying print, okay, str3 dot starts with. So see, it says starts with, right? Now when you run it, okay, it says it takes at least one argument. So it takes one argument, okay? Starts with what? Let's say I give A, capital A, or let's say I give small h, better. Now when you run it, you get false. Why? Because this str3 doesn't start with small h, right? If I give capital H, right? Here I'll go and make it as capital H. Now when you run it, it says true because capital H it starts actually with capital H, isn't it? So we know it starts with capital H. Ends with, you have ends with. Okay, so you want to check, is it starting with a certain character? Okay, so similarly you have ends with. Okay, so ends with, here I will say question mark. Does it have question mark at the end? Okay, and obviously when you run it, you will get true here. Now I want to check, okay, I want to check, okay, I want to check if the starting statement is A and ending is Z. The starting statement or starting character, right? Starting character is A and ending is Z. Okay, then how do we do? So I'll say if, right? And we'll say str3, if str3 dot starts with, okay, starts with A, correct? So if str3 dot starts with A, okay, or, should we write or something else? So I want to check both. It should start with A and it should end with Z. I want to check both, not either. Or will give you for either. I want both. That means I should write and here. And, okay, str3 ends with Z. Okay, then you say your condition is true. Else, print incorrect condition. Right? Now, when you run this again, okay, because it does not start with A and Z, right? str3 is H and question mark. Now, let's say I create str4. And str4, I say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now, if I use str4, what do you get? What do you get? It will still say incorrect condition. Why? Because I'm checking with capital letters, right? So I'm checking with capital letter, right? And the sentence has lowercase. What happens? I want to compare both. I want to compare either upper or lower. What should I do?
I start with capital A and or start with
Correct.
small.
You can say or, but that will create additional this thing. Now, let's say I want to check whether user has entered yes or no. Now, if you have to check whether user has entered yes or no, then I have to check with all capital Y E S capital. I have to check all Y E S small or Y capital E S small or Y small E capital S, right? So, luckily here you have only one character. So, you'll end up getting 4 conditions. But you have to, if you have to search for entire word, then it can, it will take you an hour just to create a condition, isn't it? So in that case, what you do is, okay, so you said, okay, str4, let me convert str4 to lower. Okay, so we are converting to, okay, to a format which we know. I'm converting to a format which we know. Okay, so I'm converting into lowercase. So str4 will now be lower, irrespective of what the value is, right? So now if I say str4 dot upper, now all the content of str4 will be upper, irrespective of what the actual value is, right? So now I'm going to add to this starts with. So I'm converting first. So I'm applying 2 method like yesterday we saw. I'm applying 2 method. First, I'll convert into uppercase. Okay. Now I will check with ends with upper. Now, even if it is lower, it will be converted into upper. Right? See, the condition is true. So you have to be, you have limited options, right? So you have to be creative with the options that you have. Sometimes, okay, now let's say, I'll say this. While true, and I'll say input is your input, enter yes to stop, and any key to continue, right? And now I will check if input equal to yes, then break. Or let's say, I give Y capital, okay? Input equal to yes, then you break. Now, if I run it, okay, and you give yes in any format except this format, right? So, okay, it should be colon, right, to indicate that you are. So here, okay, I give anything. I give small yes, I give capital yes, I give, it doesn't matter, right? It's not going to listen to me. It wants Y capital, ES small one, then it will stop. But what you mean to say to the user that you enter any yes and I will stop. So in that case, what you can do is, again, you take this input and convert this into title, right? Title will have first character upper and then everything lower, right? It doesn't matter what you enter. This condition will check if your value is yes or not, right? So now, even if I give like Y small e as capital, it will stop because it will convert into title case. So convert into a format which you know, right? Obviously, if I can't say upper and then compare with small a, then I'll be dumb, right? So you convert into a format which you know, okay, I'm converting into upper, so I have to check with upper, right? Here I'm converting to title, so I will write Y capital ES. If I say lower, I'll write YES on lowercase, right? So this is how you can read values, okay, text values, okay. And when you are doing an NLP, natural language processing in analytics and things like that, okay, we will, same thing, we will convert, because when you read entire Facebook post, entire content, entire website, you can't expect user to follow your format. So generally we convert them into lowercase and process those text for our analysis. Okay. Okay, so we'll talk about few more methods. Okay, there are lots of methods, but we'll talk about something that is of interest to us. Not that others are not, you should try them on your own and see how it works. And I'll also show you the official website where you can get your regular, uh, what do you say? You can refer the notes, right? So that's called official documentation site. Okay. It's docs.python.org. I'll talk about it before we end the session. Docs.python.org, that has the official documentation and everything will be there. So in future, if you are facing any problem, you should go to docs and see what all things they have, and based on that you can, um, do your doubts will be cleared best. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's see one more example here. Let's say you have a sentence. Let's say let me use this itself as a string. So I'm saying str5 equal to, okay, str5 equal to this. Okay, so this is string. Now I want to break this into different words. I want to break it into different words. So you can say, str5 words or something equal to str5 dot, okay, then we need to apply a function, right? Which function do you think you can apply? You see, you have split and you have join. So if you want to split, okay, you will use split. And later, if you want to join, you will use join. Okay, so right now, my objective is to split this entire sentence into multiple words. I will use split. So I'll say str words equal to split, and now I will print this str words. Okay, I'll move this program later. So you see this? Your entire sentence has been splitted into these words, right? I will move this to program. Okay, so you see, the split will split, okay, your sentence, okay, into different words, right? Okay. Now let's say I don't want to split on basis of space, right? It has splitted on space, right? Enter became one word, yes became one word. Now if you are reading CSV file, okay, or you are reading, semicolon separated file, a pipe separated file, okay, if you're reading those kind of files, okay, your values will be separated with special character, right? I can have, okay, okay, I'll show you how to create it. Okay, so let's say this is split. Now we have to use join. Now, what is the format of the split output? Split output it has a format of list, right? This is what we have done now, right? So you have, and I'll move this away so that we don't see so many output. Okay, see, so your when you split it, it returns a list, not a string. So when you perform join, okay, so join, okay, when you perform join, okay, then we need to give input as a list. Okay, so if I join the same stuff, okay, so I'm saying join colon, and I'll say I'll create empty string. Join is a string method, right? So what do you join? So the values we need to give as input. So how do we create a method? So you create dummy string, like quotation becomes a dummy string, right? Dot, you get join. And here you put list. So join will take list. as input. Join will take list as input. Okay. Now when you run it, so see what happened? Enter yes to stop, right? It has joined, but the space is gone. It has joined them together. Now let's say I want to join with space. You want to join with space, then you give space here. Now you see, enter yes to stop and any key to continue. I want to join with, okay. Now, in this case, what I'll do, I will say str hyphen separated, okay, hyphen. Str hyphen equal to, okay, I will split str5, okay, or maybe join, let's join this, okay. So I will join this with, let's say, hyphen. So now when you print it, okay, new statement, okay, and here I'm going to say str hyphen. So see, it has joined with hyphen. Yes, hyphen, enter, hyphen, yes, hyphen, to, hyphen, stop, hyphen, and, hyphen, key, hyphen, right? It has joined. Okay, so you can split a sentence, okay, into different words. You can join the words. You can join the words without any space. You can give a space. You can give any character, not only one character. You can give multiple characters here. You can write a sentence here inside. So whatever you give, with that it will join. So now let's say if you have this one, and I need to split this special text. Then what you do here, okay, of course you will have to call split, right? And I want to split on str hyphen, correct? I'll say str hyphen, and in the bracket, now see, if I print it, okay, how many words will be created? Tell me. Single word, right? Because there's no space here, isn't it? We have not given space. So if I print it here, you will get single value in the list, right? Because there's no space, so everything is treated as one. Now here, okay, in the split, I can give the character based on which you want to split. So if you do not give anything, it will use space as default. It will take space as default. But if you want to split on a specific character, you give the character and it will split based on that special character. Now see, you got same set of values like you got here. So split without any value will split on blank spaces. You can give a special character there, then it will break on that specific character. Okay, great. Now I will pause for. Okay, so let's focus on few more examples of string. I'm going to move these away to that our backup file. Now we are back here. Okay, now we have function like replace. I want to replace a character, right? So let's say I have str1 equal to how are you going, let's say. And you say, okay, no, G should be replaced with D, right? So you say str2, or if you want to replace the existing value itself, want to correct str1 itself. So you have to say str1 equal to str1 dot replace. So it says replace old value. So you see, it says old value, new value, and count. So if you are replacing, you want to replace only first occurrence or second occurrence, so only one occurrence, right? So you will say 1. If you say 1, the first occurrence will be replaced, right? So I'm going to say replace, and now here I'm going to say old value is G and new value is D. All G and D will be replaced. Okay, so if I print here, say 1.str1 equal to str1, right? And when you run it, see, how are you? What happened? How are you doing? Because this G also got replaced, isn't it? Now, you only want to replace one occurrence, not both the occurrence. Correct? So you say here, count 1. So when you say 1, then only one occurrence will be replaced, not the second occurrence. Okay? In this case, it will replace only one occurrence, not both the occurrences. But if you do not mention the number, then it will replace all such occurrences. So your old value will be replaced with new value that many times. Okay, so this is replaced. You have count, find. Count will tell you how many occurrences. Okay, so if there is no occurrence, then it'll tell you 0. We have done count and list. But here is something called you have find. Find is to check a value in a string. And if it is not there, then find will give you error. So always it's better to check first using count and then do find, right? Same thing we did, similar concept we did in list yesterday. So I want to replace if your str1 has u or not. Okay, so has u or not. So I want to check u in str1 or not. So I'll say here str1 dot find. Find what? U. Now, if I print this, what will I get? Okay, -1. -1 indicates that value is not there. Value not found. Okay. Now, if I have to check for case insensitivity, right? So I have to convert str1 into lower or upper rather, right? Here we are checking with capital U. So I'll say upper. Now, if you say U, what do you get? 8. Okay. So what is 8? 8 is the starting position of U, matching U. So if you get -1, then it is not present. Don't think it as last element. It's not present. If you get 0, that means it is present as the first value. If you get 8, that means, okay, this is your 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So matching starts from 8th position. Okay, so indicates value not found. Okay, positive number indicates first matching index. Now, if you have two values here, 2u, here also u, here also u. So it will give you only 8 only. It will not give you second u position. It's only the first matching value, not the second, third. If I want to find all, then what should I do? You cannot do it using a simple query. You have to run a for loop. Okay, so find also has, if you see here, starting position and ending position. So I'm saying between 9 and 15. Between 9 and 15, then it will ignore this first u. Now when you run it, see, oops, am I using correct str1, right? So 9 is here, 11, 12, 13, 14, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Okay. I have to use 16 or 17, I think. Wait. Um, did I get it wrong? So if let me first print str1 to see what we are doing is its value is there or not here. str is how are you doing you, correct? It's there. And now I'm going to say str1 dot find. Find has substring start and end, correct? So start I'm giving this is not what I expect. Find 9. If I just give 9, then what happens? Let's see. 18. Okay, it has 18th position, is it? It's not 18, right? Is it 18? This is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, okay, it got changed here. 1, see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. See, it is at 18th position. So you should give, more than 18, 20, 21, right? So I think we were giving 15, 16. That's why it was saying that between 9 and 15, U is not there. Between 9 and 21, you have U at position number 18. Okay. So this is how you find an element here. Okay. One more we will do and we will stop our discussion of this. Let's say you have a text here. Let's say we'll use str1 only. And str1 has space here, 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 and here. Now you say print str1 dot, we want to strip the spaces. Strip. Now when you print it, see, the inner spaces are not touched. Strip will only remove the beginning and the ending spaces, not the inner spaces. Now, if you want to remove the inner spaces, what should I do? Strip will remove these spaces. But I want to remove the inner spaces, then what should I do? First, I will say str1 equal to str1 dot split. Right? By default, it will split on blank spaces, right? You can print str1 and see what happens. So see, how are you doing? Now, I will say join str1 equal to str, okay, space dot join, and here I'll pass str1. So see, inner spaces are also gone. So I could have done it before itself, right? I just wanted to show you what strip means. If I don't do strip, if I directly do this also, it will happen because, okay, strip will remove all the spaces. Before or after also, it will be deleted. Okay, before or after also, it will delete. Just to show you difference between split and strip. So strip will only remove, but you don't have to do 2 times, right? Okay, so in split, you have to do split and then join. In strip, one strip will remove it, but that strip will be beginning and at the end. Make sense? Okay. So with that, we finish our string concept, and we will start another important concept called dictionary. So I'll take another 10-15 minutes of your time and we'll get this topic started. Okay. And then we'll meet you in the next week only, right? And use the time, weekend time to practice. I'm going to upload assignments today in the same location where we are working. Okay. Any question on strings? Or good?
Yes.
Perfect. Now we'll talk about another collection. This is a collection. Okay. This is also linear. This is unordered collection, or there is no order. Your tuple list, to an extent, string also in order, right? Because you have first value, second value, third value. In dictionary, we do not have collection. Okay, so strings are immutable. We showed you yesterday. Strings are immutable. Tuples are immutable. Lists is mutable. Dictionary is also mutable. Mutable, unordered collection. So if I say this one equal to, okay, and I say here 1:hello. See, this is how dictionary is declared. Let's understand this. We used quotation for strings, simple bracket for tuple, square bracket for list. For dictionary, you have to use curly bracket. So when you use curly bracket, it becomes a dictionary type. So one thing is bracket. When you see the bracket, you know it could be dictionary, because the next topic sets that we are going to do, that also has curly bracket. Okay. So what is the difference here is your difference here is the colon. So your dictionary is key colon value pair. So dictionary will always have a pair of key and value. So you have key colon value. Colon, okay, not quotation. Okay, key colon value. That means one is the key and value is hello. So here it is no longer default 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like we did it in list or tuple or string. There is no default value 0.1. Okay, there is no default order, and that order you have to give it. You have to give the order. Okay, you have to give the order. Right? And here I can give 1:hello. That means order is key is 1, value is hello. I can give string also. I can say name colon Sachin. That means this is the key, this is the value. I can say runs colon 35,000. Always left side is key, right side is value. So now if I have to read value hello, what should I do? Instead of saying 0, okay, or 1 or 2, there is no concept of 0, 1, 2 here. Okay, at least in the newer version, we have the order. In older version, when you print it, the values could be printed anywhere onto the screen. It would not be printed in the same order. So what I'm going to say is, if I print here, okay, print DICT1, okay, you will see same value here, 1 hello name, and then runs. The older version of Python 3.4, like that, you don't know which order it will print because there's no order here, right? There's nothing called first or second or third value. If there is nothing called first, second, or third value, then you cannot say it's ordered collection, isn't it? There's no point of saying ordered or unordered. Okay. So if I need hello, I need to give index of that value, right? I'll say DICT bracket 1. Now, when I say DICT bracket 1, okay, it should print to you hello. Let's see if it does. Okay, I didn't, from where we got to. You see, hello is printed. Okay, key is what? Runs. I want to know the runs. So I will say runs here as the key. So index here is runs. You see, you got the value which is for runs. This is your dictionary. It always has key value pair. Okay. And if you want to see only the keys, you can see only values. Of course, you can. So, okay. Anyway, let's do that, and we'll stop here. So I want to say dictionary one dot. See, first value function is values. So if you say dot values, it will give you only the values, and as a list format. In the list, you get only the values. Hello, Sachin, 35,000. If I say print DICT dot keys, it will only print the keys. So list of keys here. One name runs. I can say print DICT dot, okay, DICT dot items. Item will give you, okay, list of tuple. And each tuple has key, comma value as a tuple, right? These are all tuples, right? Key, comma value, and this entire thing will be given as a list. So this is how you can extract only list, extract only values, only run keys, and your items. Items is key, comma value as a tuple, and you can have multiple tuples in the list as many as the number of pairs of key and value that you have in the dictionary. Okay, we'll stop here. In the next session, we'll look at more functions, and we'll take a couple of examples on dictionary.